Hi everyone, Dr. Rodney White here, and welcome to week 6 of our series on how to fuel your body. So today we're going to talk about carbohydrates. Remember, the whole aim of fueling your body correctly is to try and get your body into a state where it burns more fat than it does sugar. The reason for this is because it limits the damage on all our cells, which damaged cells lead to problems like cancer and heart disease. And it helps, in the opposite, repair these cells. So it's all about burning fat and clean fat instead of sugar. Carbohydrates are actually one of the biggest things that create sugar for us. When our body breaks them down, they turn into sugars, and it can cause a lot of cellular damage. But it's not all about just completely cutting out carbs altogether, because some carbs are actually very healthy because they provide a lot of fiber for the body, and fiber is extremely important. There's the obvious things where it helps shore up and clean the colon and the bowel, but there's a lot of other reasons why it's important. So we want to decrease the net carbs. So what that means is if you eat something that's very high in fiber, there's only a very small amount of carbs remaining when you remove the fiber piece. So that's a good carbohydrate. Anything that doesn't have much fiber is all carbs, so you can see where that would go more towards your net carb score. So what are some carbohydrates that are going to be good for you that are full of fiber? Well, the main thing is vegetables, especially the green vegetables. Kale, spinach, broccoli, asparagus. Then you've got other things like cauliflower, cabbage, avocados, which we'll also talk a lot about in the fat video we do. These are the kind of things, mushrooms even, these are the kind of vegetables that are very good carbohydrates for you because they are so full of fiber. When it comes to fruits, most of the fruits don't have a lot of fiber, so you have to be careful how much of those you eat because they do turn into a lot of sugar burning in the body. Berries are fantastic. Grapefruit is actually a very good one too. And so while we want our kids to eat a lot of fruit and vegetables, when they're young, you want to try and steer them more and more towards these fiber-rich vegetables and less of the fruit. Fruit then becomes a nice sweet dessert or snack for them and something they look forward to instead of sugary candy and things like that. When you're choosing your vegetables, you've heard me preach this a lot, always try and go organic. There is a lot of pesticide issues with non-organic foods. These pesticides cause all sorts of health issues and cancers. Then you've also got the GMO side of things, which we really don't know how that's going to affect your DNA that you pass down from generation to generation. So you really want to try and find organic as much as you can. So please share this content with anyone who will find it useful. Next week we're going to talk about protein. Until then, hopefully everyone has a great week.